Are these distractions stopping your progress and killing your goals? Well, that's what we're going to explore in today's episode. This is the Enjoy Life podcast, here to help you choose your mindset, goals, and actions so that you can guide your life in the direction that you want it to go and enjoy it. It does take a little bit of work, some effort on your part, but that effort is worth it because this is your life and you can experience the benefits of the work that you do. And this podcast is here to help. Life doesn't magically turn out exactly how you want. It's up to you to make it happen. Now, you may not have chosen to be exactly where you're at right now in your current situation, but you will choose what you do about it. If you're ready to put forth a little bit of effort, take some small steps toward living the life that you want, then you're in the right place. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to episode 130 of Enjoy Life. I'm glad that you're here. I'm thrilled that you're listening in. I'm Nick Mazie. I'm your host. But more important than you listening and participating and consuming this material is that you're taking action, that you're doing something with what we talk about, what we explore. So I want you to be thinking about that. Today we're talking about certain distractions and how these distractions can kill your progress and take away the possibility of achieving your goals. It's huge. These distractions are major things, and they're far too common if you ask me. But they're major things that can really impact the progress and success that you have and you experience. And that can just ruin the chances of enjoying life too. So when we start to talk about these, it's not, oh, yeah, that's the one that distracts me. You got to do something about it, and you can do something about it. So make sure that you're taking action on any of these episodes that you're listening to. As always, you can go to nickmazie.com. You can look up show notes for any of the episodes. This is episode 130, so if you go to nickmazie.com and you search for 130 in the little search box, it'll come up with the show notes for this episode. And while you're at my website, feel free to look up some other material. If there's anything related to creating goals, to taking actions to pursue those goals, developing the mindset that's going to help you to take action and enjoy life. Look up some of the resources. I got a little resource tab as well as other material from past episodes. All right, on to today's topic. Today we're talking about distractions. There's many things that can slow you down when you're trying to pursue what you want. But really, these things that we're about to talk about do not have to be on that list. They do not. And really, you can chunk them together into two large categories. One major thing that can be a distraction is other people. Other people can distract you and take away from the progress that you're making toward the life that you want. And what's kind of scary is the first group of other people is the loved ones, the people that you love, that love you. And for excellent reasons, sometimes loved ones can really distract you from being able to make the progress that you want. They can really be detrimental to your success, and they can even encourage you to quit, to give up, to stop trying. And it's not that they want to see you, fail and not be able to achieve what you want. Oftentimes, they're encouraging you to give up or to not really dedicate 100% of your effort to achieving something because they don't want to see you struggle. Because when you want to achieve something great and big, and you're going to make an impact, and it's going to be very rewarding when you get there, a lot of times it's a ton of hard work and effort and persistence and a lot of struggle going into making it happen. And that struggle, that messy middle that some people call it, it's not fun and it's tough. And nobody likes to see somebody that they care about struggle and be kind of miserable going through that tough, messy middle. And so sometimes loved ones actually might encourage you to give up and to stop trying because they don't want to see you experience that hardship. And they definitely don't want to see you experience the disappointment of things not working out exactly how you wanted. Well, let me go ahead and tell you, things don't work out exactly how you want. And the struggle can be real when you're trying to achieve something that's worthwhile. But it doesn't mean that it's not worth it. By no means. The hard work, the effort, what you got to put into it, it is worth it because they're your goals that you've set for your life. And you set goals that are important to you, that resonate with your values and what's, the big things in your life that speak to you. When you set goals like that, when you set goals that are in line with your values, that your big reason why is powerful, then all the work that goes into it, it's worth it. It might not turn out exactly how you want, but it's always worth, the development, the learning, the progress that you're going to make by the effort that you put into it. Now, another group of people that might be a distraction for you is the not so loved ones.
They might not want you to succeed, and sometimes people don't like to see other people succeed and achieve great things because it forces them to look at themselves and their lack of success or even their lack of effort. So don't pay attention to those people, okay? And one more group of people that kind of falls under the other people is social media. Social media can be a major killer. You're pretty much looking at other people's perfect sanitized lives, and that can kill your own enjoyment and mindset, for just making the most of life where you're at right now, as well as it can also kill momentum. You might be even begin to question yourself or your ability or your worthiness because you see how great somebody else is doing. That is just not good. It's not good. Now, I'm on social media. I try to put some positive, encouraging things on Instagram, but that also means that I'm on Instagram and I'm seeing some of that other stuff. And so I have to watch myself to make sure that I'm not getting swept away and distracted from, taking the steps and making the moves that I want to make for me and my life and my family and the things that are important to me. I got to make sure that I'm not just getting saturated in the social media too. But, a great way to kind of monitor that is check in with how you feel. Like if you're on social media and you've really monitored your feeds, you've made sure that you've been really intentional and you have some positive, encouraging things coming into it that you can kind of check in on every now and then, and it gets you a little energized, a little motivated, and you're ready to go, well, then that's okay. That's good social media. Now, you still don't want to spend 8 hours a day scrolling through it, because when you're scrolling, you're not taking action and steps towards your goals. So make sure that you might limit that time, just the amount of time on there. But if it's positive and encouraging and helping you, then that can be a good thing. But if you're scrolling on social media and then you just have like this down in the dumps, not feeling too good about yourself, fear of missing out, that FOMO starts to set in really thick, and you're just not happy about life, cut it out. That is not a good thing. That's not helping you achieve your goals. That's not helping you to make progress. That's not helping you to enjoy life. And that is not something that I recommend. So either change it or get rid of it. Not everything in life is going to be perfect, but you definitely don't have to add things that are not necessary, that are going to take away from the life that you could be living, your enjoyment, your happiness, or the progress that you can make. Make sure you're monitoring your social media and that it's actually helpful and that it's good for you, and not stealing away anything that's valuable. And your happiness, your enjoyment, the momentum and the progress that you're making, these things are valuable. Value those things far more than social media and far more than the opinions of people that are trying to get you to quit or to not make the progress that you could be making. So all that is how other people can distract you. Other people can definitely distract you and can kill your progress or kill your goals. Don't let them. Even if it's the loved ones. Your loved ones want the best for you. They do. They might not understand your goals. They might not understand why you're pushing so hard or why you want these things. And that's okay. Other people don't have to understand. But your loved ones, the people that really love you, they'll be okay with it too. All right. The next major thing. So if other people can distract you, well, how about yourself? Can you distract yourself from making progress? Can you distract yourself from being able to achieve your goals? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. And some of these kind of play into the ones with other people. But, the first thing is your self-talk. The words you tell yourself are an amazing, powerful thing. Because the crazy thing is you end up believing the words you tell yourself. So if you tell yourself something enough, you end up believing it. And then if you tell yourself something enough, you believe it. It becomes part of your thought pattern. Your thoughts end up guiding your actions guide your habits guide your life, and before you know it, those little words that you tell yourself have manifested themselves throughout your whole life because of the impact that it has. So now the words you tell yourself, they can hurt you or they can help you. And so that's why you got to be intentional and choose them wisely. Now, sometimes we just tell ourselves things. It just pops up into your head. But being intentional with your self-talk doesn't mean that nothing negative never crosses your mind. It's about acknowledging the fact that if you don't like something going on in your head, if you don't like that thought, that thing you told yourself, you can choose to add something different into your thought pattern. You can choose to tell yourself something different. That doesn't mean that all the other stuff's going to magically go away, but it's like a habit. If I started exercising, then and I kept at it, and I was really persistent, and I kept at it, and I kept at it, and I kept at it. Before you know it, it would be a habit. Before you know it, it would kind of guide my lifestyle because I was getting exercise. I was feeling a little bit better. I was having more energy. Well, I might want to eat a little bit better because that helps me to feel better because I'm already feeling a little bit more better. And, these things can be progressive. Well, the same thing is true with the words you tell yourself. If you make a little note card or take a screenshot of something and you have it in the background on your phone, or it's a little positive message to yourself so you see it a lot and you read it a lot, well, before you know it, using those positive words for yourself, that becomes the habit. And then you start thinking about that a little bit more. And kind of in the great words of Zig Ziglar, and this isn't a quote, but he would always say this. He would always say, what you put into your mind is what impacts how you think and then what you do. He was a big advocate about putting positive things into your mind. And this is a great way. It's a self-talk, but it's also, what you put into your mind can help with guiding your self-talk, to guide your thoughts to go in a direction that's going to help you go in the direction that you want. So choose what you tell yourself. Choose what you tell yourself. Choose what you put into your mind. Okay. Now, there's two more things. There's two things that you just do not let distract you. And that's the past and the future. The past is gone. You have zero control over changing the past. You can do absolutely nothing about it. So let it go. In the words of one of my little ones, let it go. All right, sorry. It's over. Let it go. Learn from it. Improve. Make the most of today. And the future, it's not here yet. You can't take steps or actions in the future. What you can do is you can do your best with what you have and where you're at right now, and that can make tomorrow a little bit better. And then when tomorrow gets here, you're going to do the best with what you can with what you have, and that's it. But you develop the habit of doing the best with what you can where you're at right now. Staying in the present moment is going to help you to be more effective now. You develop that habit, and as time progresses, you're just going to get better and better at it, and it's going to become more of a habit, and you're going to make more progress, and you're not going to worry about these distractions holding you back. But all these distractions, all these things that can distract you from making the progress that you want, achieving your goals, you can be intentional with what you do. You might not be able to eliminate all the distractions, but when you see one of these things pop up, it's going to be your choice on what you do about it. You may not choose for that distraction to come your way, but you sure can choose what you do about it. Make the tough choice so that you can be intentional with your life and where it goes and what you do, so that you can guide your life to go in the direction that you want it to go, so that you can make the most of where you're at and you can enjoy it. That's what I want for you. And I want for none of these distractions to be holding you back. All right. Well, that's what I have for today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed that episode and got some value out of it. If you did enjoy it, please rate and review this podcast, either on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. It will really help more people find it. There's so many podcasts out there these days that I really rely on you to share this material so that more people can find it. You can always just share it with a friend. You can send them to nickmazy.com, or like I said, rate and review this podcast. Any of those is a huge help, a huge benefit, and I sincerely appreciate it. And also, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to connect with you. You can find me on Instagram, just at Nick Mazy. Send me a message. Tell me anything that you like or how I can improve, or just information you'd like to hear about on this podcast or through any of my material. And as always, you can go to nickmazy.com for more resources and topics just related to helping you guide your life to go in the direction that you want it to go and enjoy it.